So over the years, I've really enjoyed visiting Italy. To places like Rome more than once, or even exploring the beautiful Tuscany region. But I think it's the hidden gems of Italy that genuinely have me hooked. And whether it's those tiny quaint villages, or even those green or blue lakes. In this video, we will slightly go off the beaten path. So let's take a look at 10 surprising places to visit in Italy. Number 1. Ancona. Welcome to the capital of the Marche region. Ancona is one of the main economic centres, and it hugs the Adriatic coast and stands on a promontory of Monte Canero. And Canero comes from the Greek name and indicates the strawberry trees which is common on the slopes of the mountain. It was founded by Greek settlers around 387 BC, and its old town, crowned by its cathedral, harbours many of the reminders of its long history, such as its archaeological artifacts, Roman arches, Romanesque churches, and its Renaissance palazzi. So if you hang around long enough in the hilltop parks, you'll notice the lively boulevards and cafe rim piazzas, and you'll start to see another, more likeable side to this seafront capital. But it's a bit of a stiff climb from the old town if you want to see the domed cathedral which dominates the city skyline. But just remember, it's actually one of Italy's lesser known gems, but no less fascinating in itself. Number 2. Loreto. One of Italy's most revered pilgrimage sites. Loreto is home to the legendary Basilica della Santa Casa. So this is a sacred sanctuary said to contain the house where the Virgin Mary lived. Who knows? But the hilltop town overlooks the rolling Marche countryside, and that is quite a highlight, especially with the Adriatic, creating a striking setting for its centuries-old religious heritage. So as mentioned, the highlight is the Basilica and its grand dome. So it's quite an architectural masterpiece. But overall, especially if you like to wander, Loreto offers that tranquil and peaceful atmosphere. Charming cobblestone streets, sweeping views, as I mentioned, stretching from the coastline to the Apennines. And it's very difficult to find a place that's so serene, especially in Italy. Once a quiet fishing village, Numana has transformed into a very scenic coastal retreat, but still maintains its old world charm. It's divided into an upper historic quarter and a lower beachfront area, which is probably going to be popular for families. It offers both medieval character and the pristine Adriatic shores. The town's pastel-coloured houses and panoramic terraces provide some of the best sea views along the Canaro Riviera. So, if you happen to love the beach, you can explore the golden sands of Spiaggia di Numana Alta, or even the secluded coves beneath the dramatic cliffs. There are activities such as kayaking along the coast, or if you like to just chill out and enjoy freshly caught seafood, you can also do the same. One of Italy's lesser-known seaside escapes. Perched high in the Julian Alps of northeastern Italy, Monte Lusari is a breathtaking mountaintop sanctuary, and quite an alpine beauty if you ask me. So this is a small pilgrimage village, and it's centered around the historic sanctuary of Monte Lusari. It's been popular with visitors for centuries, offering sweeping views of not just Italy, but Austria and Slovenia. So it's a peaceful escape where you will find traditional alpine chalets, cobbled paths, and of course the mountain landscapes. I prefer the summer, despite the fact that the winter is where the slopes transform into more of a skier's paradise, but I think the summer is where you'll find a lot of joy. Number 5. Recanati. So this is another hilltop town in the Marche region that's full of literature, art, and history, especially as it's best known as the birthplace of renowned poet Giacomo Leopardi. As you walk through the atmospheric streets, it may feel like stepping into a poem, especially with landmarks such as the House of Leopardi, that reflects its deep cultural heritage. So that's one activity that you can already do when you visit. The town's elevated position also grants sweeping views of the Marche countryside, the rolling vineyards, and of course, out in the distance, the Adriatic. And some of these towns you can literally visit in a row. Preserved palaces, grand churches, and that artistic legacy. So if you are looking for off-the-beaten-path experiences, visit Ancona and then travel to some of these beautiful hilltop towns, just like Recanati. So we've seen a bit of the Marche region, like places like Ancona. But for now, we're going to go towards the Umbria region. And nestled in the beautiful Tiber Valley is a Renaissance jewel. Its skyline is dotted with elegant palaces, grand piazzas, and lofty bell towers which you can climb up to the top and get wonderful panoramic views, which you will see in a moment. The town is also quite an unexpected hub for contemporary art, which is quite a contrast. There's a collection that's inside a former tobacco factory, but most people will probably head to the Duomo right in the beginning. The town offers a far more slower pace of life. And if you didn't know, the Umbria region is known for its truffle mixed dishes and of course their wines. On the border between Umbria and Tuscany, you will find a beautiful, small yet striking hilltop village called Citerna, with commanding views over the rolling countryside. It has well-preserved medieval walls, with a labyrinth of quiet streets where Renaissance-era churches and hidden passageways reveal themselves to those who enjoy wandering around. And again, the town's crown jewel is the Church of San Francesco. Panoramic terraces, ancient stone archways, and again, that sought-after tranquil atmosphere that we all try to find in Italy is right here. So I think Citerna is a perfect stop for those seeking a far more authentic slice of rural Italy. Number 8. Anghiari. A town of steeped cobbled alleyways and fortified stone walls. This is quite a Tuscan treasure that's seemingly frozen in time. It was made famous by the 1440 Battle of Anghiari, a medieval stronghold that commands spectacular views over the Tiber Valley. So as you're walking through its very narrow lanes, you'll find the typical artisan workshops, small trattorias, and quiet squares that feel untouched by the modern side of life. So with its deep historical roots, the beautiful setting, I think Anghiari offers that more untouched traditional Tuscany far away from the tourist crowds. Now, before we end in eastern Tuscany, we're going to head to the northern tip of Lake Garda. Number 9, Riva del Garda, where alpine landscapes meets Mediterranean charm. Now, this destination is surrounded by dramatic cliffs and crystal clear waters, a beautiful lakeside town that offers a bit of a mix of history, nature, and adventure. You'll notice the medieval Rocca fortress, now a museum, which stands proudly by the water, offering panoramic views over the lake. Now, it may not be as underrated, well actually it's not as underrated as all the rest of these destinations on the video. As you can see, you can choose crucial times of the year to visit. So it's a favourite for windsurfers, hikers, people that just want a tranquil retreat, and for those just looking to combine both outdoor activities with the beauty of Italy's largest lake. And finally, number 10, Sansepolcro, a gem that's tucked away in eastern Tuscany. It's a town of artistic heritage and Renaissance elegance, and best known as the birthplace of Piero della Francesca, one of the greatest painters of the Italian Renaissance. The town houses his masterpiece, The Resurrection, which you can find in the Civic Museum. Now, apart from all the artistic prestige, as I would say, the town is a charming mix of stone palaces, lively cafes, and that old world charm. But it's a much slower pace of life here. The backdrop of rolling hills that you'll find in Tuscany, and I have to say, it's far more quieter than some of the other major, popular Tuscany towns. And there you have it, folks, a wonderful mix of what Italy has to offer. So if you are searching for a more quieter style of holiday, you might get a lot of joy visiting these particular destinations. For those of you who watch every week, thanks for the support. I always appreciate it. And for anyone new, if you do enjoy the videos, subscribe or even like the video. It really helps the channel. So that's it from me, and I will see you all on the next one.